And now getting back to the piece that pulls together your product and your audience, the positioning, right? This is oftentimes, here you see a little chart on quality and price and how maybe different car manufacturers differ in positioning. And really positioning is exactly that. It's the craft and how you're going to bring that product to market. So when we dive into positioning more and more, there are examples supporting items of positioning, right? So this would be an audience definition. It would be sort of the characteristics, demographics, or qualities of your audience. It could be case studies in how you solved your certain problems and solutions for similar audience members as well. And documenting and writing that case study down is going to help make your go-to-market even more efficient. Could be sales collateral like one-pagers and messaging, websites, and how you do that. And always be focused on how am I explaining my solution to the market. And the clearer you can become and the more targeted you can become, the more efficient you're going to become as well. And then things like packaging and pricing, all part of your positioning, right? There's even potential, obviously pricing too high is what everybody thinks about, but even potential pricing too low, right? If I'm a customer in a market and I know my solution is hard, I might have a perceived value that this is a $1,000 problem to solve. And if I see solutions out there for $5, $10, I'm going to say, that's not the right solution for me, right? And so even things like packaging and pricing can cause confusion in your positioning and your go-to-market strategies that you'll want to continue to iterate on as you get feedback from your customers. And so things like competitors, alternatives, differentiators, the value to your customer, these are all different aspects that are going to help you evolve your positioning as you go through your startup's life cycle. And so you'll always want to be iterating on that and fine-tuning that. One fun story I would love to share is in my previous role at Dyn, I led an email product, SaaS product to market. And part of our positioning was so unique to email, but I'm sure it's something that will resonate to everybody. So email is a common product that we need to sell to a lot of websites and platforms to send email to their customers. But the common challenge is getting email to people's inboxes. And so you can imagine that things like spam and those types of things are often differentiators in, maybe the poor products, the poor email products, not able to achieve good quality delivery to your customers. And so one of the interesting things was as our sales department went more and more to market with this, we would get a lot of easy deals into our pipeline that were easy to close. You know who they were? They were the spammers. Spammers wanted to buy as much email delivery as they could buy. And so it was a really easy deal for sales to close was a potential spammer, right? They had a lot of money and a lot of email to send. And so this was part of our positioning we had to keep on enhancing in our collateral, right? We had to teach our sales and marketing departments how to better target good quality customers so that they would spend less time targeting bad quality customers. And so that differentiating and positioning was something that we didn't just have to try to inform for the benefit of more sales, but we had to do it to limit the negative impacts of bad sales on our product. And so that's the type of positioning and dynamic that can affect your whole company if you're not careful on how you craft that minimum viable audience definition. So let's do a little positioning statement practice. And so the positioning statement is just, again, getting you to think through the different knobs and levers that you might have within your positioning of your product. And so here you see a simple positioning statement. There's 1,000 versions of this type of thing throughout online that you could find. So this one says, our product is a blah, and that's a market categories, right? So you're going to define what market you want to play in. That does specific things, right? Unique attributes about my product, which enables a certain value to my customers, for target customers, unlike our competitors. And so let's go through a live example here. So let's take a first example of a truck. So our product is a truck, right? That does Maybe it's electric truck, and it's maybe stylish in nature. I want an electric, stylish truck. This is going to enable certain qualities like environmental sustainability and performance that certain target demographics need. Maybe upper middle class consumers, right? Want for that truck. And it's unlike GMC, Ford, and Chevy is maybe my competitors that I'm going against. And so you might have figured it out by now, but maybe what truck are we talking about here in this example? We're actually talking about the Tesla Cybertruck, right? And so that's an interesting positioning statement. You could see how the different qualities and levers there could control sort of how I would develop that product and what features I would focus on. It's also helping me develop maybe my audience definition and how I'd go to market. And then it's also helping me develop the collateral I need on defining maybe myself against competitors or featuring sustainability and performance as unique differentiators for the Cybertruck. Love this picture too, because obviously rugged is a portion of that as well. And if you remember during the release, they threw the metal ball and it cracked the window. But obviously the Tesla Cybertruck is going to be very rugged and performant for those clients. So that's just a fun example of a positioning statement. Definitely try this exercise on your own products, getting you to think through those knobs and levers, and then think a step down. What can I do differently in my product definition and my audience definition with each of these levers?